Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So in today's video, we're doing our weekly read for the week of December 28th, 2025 through January 3rd, 2026 for all the fire signs. So that would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So let's see what's going on for all you fire signs out there. I want to wish everybody a happy new year because that's coming up this week. And also, I just want to say that I appreciate all my subscribers. So thank you to all my new and existing subscribers. It's been 1 year. My 1 year anniversary for this channel was January 1st. I started it in 2025. So thank you for everybody who has joined as a subscriber to help the channel to grow. I really appreciate your support. And as always, please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, because there's going to be a lot of fire signs watching this. They're in different situations and it might resonate with you, might not. And hit that like button, because when you hit the like button, it helps send it out to more people, helps the channel to grow, and helps this information get out to other fire signs that need to see it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button so that you get future videos I put out. I do regular readings like the weekly and the monthlies, but I also do special readings whenever spirit kind of pushes me to do it. so so it just depends. I also try to do like a seasonal reading. I just did a winter reading for the winter season recently. You can go back and look. I did a couple on Three Eye Atlas recently. So I just try to do whenever I feel, called to do one, I will do one. So let's see what's going on for all of you. I'm having a hard time shuffling your cards, fire signs. All right. So what is the energy for fire signs for the week of December 28th through January 3rd, 2026? What is the energy? All right. So let's see what's going on for this upcoming week for y'all. We got the Empress. Oh, we got the Nine of Wands. Oh, the Four of Wands, or Four Swords, sorry. Knight of Wands. Two of Swords. Oh, Three of Swords. And Eight of Cups. Okay, moving my microphone around here because it's in the way with the cards. So coming into this week of December 28th, fire signs, you definitely have something missing. There's information or knowledge that you don't know about that is missing. And that's in your past position. But it's like, I feel like coming into this week, it's like, there's something you don't know about. But you are currently in the Empress energy. So you're doing pretty good. You're feeling abundant, loving, nurturing. You're kind of in a good place with yourself. I feel like I'm hearing you've been working on yourself, um, loving and kind, helping others, kind of in that strong Empress energy. And I'm hearing very nurturing, and I'm seeing somebody working with animals and working with children and just helping other people, being very nurturing towards other people. So this is your current energy, fire signs, and this is how things are for you currently coming into this week. And you've been working on yourself. You've been working on your situation. You've been working on yourself, abundantly, like working on your abundance, but also working on like doing your inner work and working on yourself eternally, like inside. So the situation is, and it's connected to whatever this missing information is. So just keep that in mind. But it's like you've been going through a lot and you're coming to the end of a cycle. And if you look at him, he looks kind of beat up. He's got, bandages on him. His clothes are all ruffled and ripped. And so he's been through a lot, but you're not quite at the 10. So you're not quite at the end of the cycle, but you're almost there. So you've been going through something that's been pretty challenging. And it's like, it's been hard. and you've been going through a lot of battles, so to speak, through this process, through this cycle, and you're coming at the end of it. So it's like you're done with it. You're at the point where you just want this to be over, but you still got a little bit of fight left in you, like maybe one more battle. But other than that, you're like really tired of it because you've been dealing with it for a while. But this is coming in. So there's a Knight of Wands coming in, and I feel like in this situation, it's like I feel like it comes back to this information that's missing in the past. And I feel like this Knight of Wands is coming in, and I feel like this is a love reading for you, fire signs. And I feel like they're coming in fast because you can see that horse is really galloping, coming in fast with some missing information that's going to kind of help you kind of kick out of this cycle. It might even help bring the end of that cycle. But it's like missing information that's going to kind of help you move forward. And I do feel like it's a love situation looking at the rest of the cards on the table here for this reading. I feel like it is a love situation for you, but it's like this person's coming in with some information. So it could very well be that it's somebody, you're dating or you're involved with and you've been in a partnership or relationship with, and there's been information that you didn't know about, and they're coming in to tell you this information. But it's been kind of a challenging, it might be an off again, on again type situation. But even if it's like you're in a marriage or a committed long-term relationship with this person, it's been challenging. It hasn't been like an easy relationship, okay? It's been challenging. But you're still focusing, like your energy yourself that you're focusing on is very Empress energy. So even though that's all going on, you're like taking care of yourself, nurturing everything I was describing earlier. So this is your current energy, fire signs. So even though you're kind of going through this, you're trying to stay in that higher vibrational energy and taking care of yourself and the people around you. But I do feel like this person's coming in fast, and I don't feel like, okay, what I'm feeling is that, hold on, I'm hearing that I see someone coming up. I see a man coming up to a woman, and he's giving her like some flowers. And it's like I'm hearing he's being a smooth talker. He's making big promises. It's just funny the way making big promises. And I see him kind of like really trying to like, schmooze you over, like I'm going to say love bomb, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. They're coming in with this information, and it's like they're trying to, um, really work you over with it. But in the near future, even though this is all happening in that current energy, in the near future, you're like, whoa, let's wait and talk about this. Let me think about this. The universe is telling you to stop and wait and not rush into anything once this person comes in. And the reason why is this person could have broke your heart in the past. It could be a past relationship, and they're coming back, to tell, to basically, maybe they're coming back to explain themselves, I'm hearing making excuses, but maybe they're coming back to try to clear the air, to try to tell you they're sorry, to make a bunch of promises, oh man, I keep feeling like I keep seeing like this schmoozing over energy. Like they're trying to kind of win you back, I guess is a way to put it. But you're like, in the near future, like, I don't know. You're like, stop, wait. You're like, I got to think about this. I'm not so sure. And I think the reason why, part of what your reason why you're holding back is because this person probably hurt you in the past. There was probably some sadness, some grief, loss involved. So maybe they broke up with you in the past. Maybe they ghosted you. Maybe you found out about, information comes out that in the past, what you didn't know about. maybe that information comes out and it's like information comes out that they were doing things that weren't positive, that were negatively affecting you. And so they're coming running back in trying to smooth things over with you. But I feel like there was definitely some heartbreak in this situation. And I feel like the heartbreak, fire sign, was on your end. Now, it could be reversed. It could be the other way around with the energy, but I feel like you were the one that was really like heartbroken by something they either did or said or how they treated you. But there's definitely a sense of loss and sadness and grief here, is what I'm feeling. And they put you in that Three of Swords energy, okay, by whatever they did. And that's why you're in this pause phase, because you're like, they come to you and it's like, they're really trying to roll, boil you over with all these promises and big words and, like trying to schmooze everything over. But you're like, I don't know, just stop, let me think about this. Let me, and you're very like, kind of like, just hold off, right? Because you're not feeling real good about it. And what I feel is going to happen is, as you're thinking through this, fire sign, and you're pondering what to do with this new information that you got, and they're coming in with all this stuff. And as they're, making all these promises, trying to talk you and schmooze you over, I feel like you're definitely stopping and thinking. You're not going to rush into anything with them because of what happened in the past. You're going to be very cautious with this person. But I feel like your decision's gonna be to walk away and leave it behind. You're gonna walk away from it. That's what I'm feeling. You're gonna walk away. And you see he's got his little travel clothes on. He's not even looking behind him. He's like, I'm out of here. He's just leaving those cups behind. So I feel like after some time of reflection and thinking and, pondering on this in the near future, because this is near future, so you haven't reached this point yet. So they're just currently, coming in, right? But you've been through the ringer with this person, is what I'm feeling like. It's not been an easy relationship because, this is how you've been feeling in the relationship, right? And you're pretty much at the end of that cycle. You're almost there, you're really close to it. And, they broke your heart. I mean, it's not been an easy situation to deal with. And my nose is itching on that. It's not been an easy situation for you. And I feel like they really broke your heart, and so it's gonna, cause pause, right, when they come back. And, you're gonna listen and think about what you're gonna think about what they're saying, right? You're gonna listen to them, but you're like, hold up, I'm not rushing into anything." And then when you do think about it and take your time and because this isn't in your future, so this is coming. When you go through that time period, you're gonna ultimately decide to leave it behind. Because this relationship, I'm hearing, it's not, it's not serving you anymore. There's the joy and happiness has been sucked out of it. It's like it's not in good alignment with you anymore, where you're at now. Because you're in this higher vibrational energy, fire sign. You're in a pretty good place right here with this Empress. So you're doing pretty good for yourself and you're in this high vibrational energy. And if this is somebody from your past, excuse me, nose is itching really bad. If there's somebody from your past, that broke your heart and they're coming in and, making all these promises and saying, you're in this high vibrational energy. So you're at a place now, I feel like you've moved beyond them in this relationship. So maybe in the past, before you were in the Empress energy and that high vibe energy, you might have been like more susceptible to to succumbing to this. But because of what happened in the past, been working on yourself, you've grown, you're in a good place. You're in a better place now to stand up against this type of stuff than you would have been in the past. And you're like, that's why you're like, hold off. You're not running towards them, just accepting everything back. You're like, no, because you've been through a lot and you're now in the Empress mode. You're in that Empress energy and you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that again. I'm not going through this with you. Well, these two, with you again. I'm not going through that with you again. So, and you just ultimately, you're going to decide to walk away after you think about it because you just realize like this relationship's over. You've outgrown it. They're not in alignment with you anymore. You're not on the same page because you're in this positive, high vibrational energy. So, what I'm getting a sense of is whoever this person is from it's coming in, from your past that's broken your heart, or current, it could be a current partner that's broken your heart. So whoever it is that's coming in that broke your heart, they're like a low vibrational person. Um, I'm hearing that they're selfish. I'm hearing contentious because I'm seeing like people fighting. They're contentious and I'm hearing controlling. So they have a lot of like low vibrational type behaviors and actions that they do. So they're kind of in a lower vibrational place. And that's why you're walking away because you're not there anymore. In this Empress energy, you're not in that lower, like you might have been in lower vibrational energy before, like years ago or whenever, way in the past, but you've worked through all that and you're not there anymore. And so you just decide to leave this behind, this relationship. So that's what I have for you. It's a, pretty deep relationship. I mean, sorry, pretty deep reading, fire signs, but that's what I have for you for this week of the 28th through January 3rd. So it looks pretty intense, but I feel like you're going to be in a much better place. Like once you decide to walk away, it's all going to fall into place for you because you're in a good place. So I'm not worried about you, fire signs. You're in a good place there. But I do please stop, pause, think about it, ponder it before you make a decision. No matter what they're saying to you, make whatever they're trying to promise, just be smart about it. Use your intuition and stop and think about it. So that's what I have for you, fire signs. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.